Hello golfers, Owen here from the JD Golf Academy. So today what we're going to be looking at is a problem that I see quite a lot with people when they come in for putting lessons, and that's to do with the length of stroke, but more specifically the length of stroke after impact, so the follow through after impact and what happens with that. Now, what a lot of people sort of tend to believe is that the distance that you swing the putter back should also reflect how far you swing the putter through, and that those two things should be equal and opposite, and that whatever you do on the way back should be reciprocated on the way through, and the ball is sort of the centre point. However, when we look at our TrackMan putting data from Tour Pros, we see that that's never the case with any decent Tour Pro. So what we actually see happens is that the forward swing after impact is a lot shorter than the backswing is, and there's a very good reason for this. So number one is that the ball is never our middle point. Okay, we never want the ball bang on the centre of our low point, because we never want to be striking downwards into the golf ball. We want to be hitting 1-2 degrees up, depending on how much loft you're delivering, upwards on the golf ball. Okay, so we'd always want to see our ball position slightly further forward, slightly ahead of our low point in our setup. So based on that fact alone, we know that the forward swing is going to be a lot less. What we should also see as well is if we look at that putter as a pendulum, and we look at that putter that will rock backwards and forwards on a continual pendulum, we can see that that would keep going like that until it feels impact, in which case it would slow down. So that's exactly the same when we strike the golf ball. So when we feel that impact point, i.e. the ball, that putter will and should slow down, unless we carry on the stroke and we carry on manipulating the follow through. Okay. Another really good way to think about it is that as the putter reaches its low point, that should be its maximum speed, okay? As that putter travels downwards, once it reaches the lowest part of its arc, that should be at its maximum speed there. Anything that happens after that is deceleration. So when you couple that with the impact it's going to feel off the ball, we see that the forward swing is going to be a hell of a lot shorter, okay? Now, some of the things that can be caused by forcing that forward stroke to carry on is a loss in posture. It's going to affect what you do at strike. It's going to mean you're accelerating into the ball, so you're playing about with your launch conditions, potentially hitting downwards on the ball a lot more. And it also can lead to a bit more of a steering of the putter, where we're trying to sort of steer the ball on line, steer it towards our target line, rather than continuing the natural arc and the natural path that putt will take. Okay, so a really good way to think about it, and a general sort of rule of thumb, is that your backswing should be 75% of your putting stroke, and your forward swing should be 25% of your putting stroke. So after impact, that 25% there, rather than 50 before, 50 after. We never want it to be 50-50. Try and shift that to 75-25. That's a really good way to think about it, and hopefully from there you should start holding a few more putts.